Hey, Thursday, August 17th, because apparently we have struggles. Again, mean mode has started, for some of you more than others. Tardies has started, this is the children, and mean mode has started. I don't think you guys have any questions, but I figured we'd just throw it out. I take it back. Okay, funny bag.
How do you keep track of
There's a thing called
How do you keep track? Solid question. So that one's not bad. So on that one, you can just never make mistakes, and that makes it easy for you. 2, it's on Skyward. There's a thing that says behavior points, and it has them listed there. 3, starting next week, I print off your grades, and I list them over here by your student ID numbers, and you can always look on there to find them. Or you can ask me before or after class, and I can tell you that way too. Any of those. But if you just never lose points, it's easy. Hi, Elliot.
If there's a certain amount of B points that we get, like past like the B point reward, would there be like special rules, like?
Possibly, but very seldom does that ever happen. You get there, and then we'll see what we can do for you. Hi, Callie.
Did you read the note on the bag over there?
Oh, thank you. How many cans did you have, or how many things did you have?
Somewhere over 70?
So, 70?
About.
Okay. Because that's part of it is if you don't know how many are in there, I'm not going to count them, and I can't get past the number 10. So, we'll assume that there's 70, you said, so I'll be nice to you. And I did read the note, I just didn't see where it said how many. So, Callie. And so how many points is that?
7.
Good job. I was just making sure you're good to go. Callie, 7 points. Go you. So now I can take that from you. Yes?
Is there a limited amount of viewpoints you can collect at a time?
That I can collect or that you can collect?
That I can collect.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right.
Listen to you.
Yes! What's up, Robert? Oh, Richard. I apologize. Good job. Richard, that was silly. I like your new name. Yes, Richard.
Alright, so can we like challenge you if we win the challenge? Can we get B points? Like
What?
a riddle?
Oh, no, but you're always welcome to challenge me if it brings you joy. And it's possible. Because some kids will be like, here's my challenge. What's in my pocket? And I'm like, yeah, good job, Bilbo Baggins. What's up?
So let's say I bought chocolate from home that was just like that.
Uh-huh.
And
Sorry, I can't hear you. It feels like your feet are on the ground. And it feels like
they've been on the ground for like
Sorry, I'm old. Sometimes I get confused. It happens. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying?
so like let's say I bought chocolate from home.
Uh-huh.
Like it looked just like that. Or like you just handed me the chocolate.
Uh-huh.
And I just circled
Wait,
with my
hold
feet.
that thought. Okay. Mateo?
Is he about to talk? You said.
Yeah, he could raise his hand.
Okay.
If you raise your hand, you still exist. You just can't talk for the fun of it.
Okay.
Fun talking is for students. All right, well, that was an interesting break. To here. Did I move on from you? Oh, that's awful. I've gotten pictures from everyone in here, and we are good to go from there. No one else has a picture you're missing for me to have to hunt you down from there. Is it about chalk again?
No, if I do circles on my shoe, would I be able to like walk?
Wait, did I answer that?
No.
There you go. So, up here, let's go ahead and talk about the calendar that is over here to sort of help you out with how things go. You are going to want to pay attention to the calendar. Home children, hang on one second. There we go. And so here's how it's going to work. I have one that's for regular, one that's for advanced. Right now, it's the same thing. This is just the beginning of the year and how not to die in my class. But as we get further into it, you guys will be doing different things than my regular kids, they'll do different things from you, so just make sure you are paying attention to the correct one. Regular, I always write in blue. Advanced, I always write in purple. So I can separate the two with a quick looky-looky up there. The other big thing you're going to want to know is anytime I give homework or homework is due, it is always written up here to help you out. So if you look on any day that is going to have stuff written at the top, that means homework is due that day. So on Monday, you had the picture of you due. On Tuesday, you had the yellow sheet due. Was there anything due Wednesday?
No.
Today?
No.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
What's due tomorrow?
The ice shop.
Right, because it's written at the top, correct?
No.
Bottom.
Oh, so you wanted me to make fun of you because you don't know the difference between top and bottom. Let's try this again. What's due on Friday?
Nothing.
Oh, we did learn. So now we're going to go to things written at the bottom means homework assigned that day. So if you look up here, yellow sheet was assigned on Monday, and it was due Tuesday. then no homework assigned, no homework assigned. Am I assigning homework today?
No.
There you go. Am I assigning homework tomorrow?
Yes.
There you go. So you can figure out by looking on there. If it's not in a box, that means it's kind of like a test. And technically the IXL diagnostic is kind of like a test we'll talk about. So that's going to go, it's so embarrassing. That's going to go in the middle, so if it's in red, in the middle, and not in a box, that means test, quiz, something like that. Here is why you care about that. If you come into class and you ask me if homework is due or homework was assigned, what I hear you say is, Mr. Brovicast, I'm lazy. Will you torture me? And the answer is yes, I will. Because a smart kid can look over there and figure out if homework is due. If you ask me if homework is due, I'm an expert liarist. And I am going to liar at you. And I will just create a random assignment to see if I can get you to do it. And I am very good at being creative with a straight face. And when you go, is there homework due today? I'll simply tell you, yes, yesterday we were talking about your favorite animal. You had to write the 5-sentence paragraph. We're standing up and presenting them today. You are one of the first 5 to go. You're ready to present, aren't you? And I'll just stare at you. And you'll go, and if you're a somewhat smart child, you will look over there and go, but it's not over there. And I'll go, yes, that's because you're a dum-dum that asked me. So don't ask me. You just look and save time. The rest of you, if you hear me lying to a kid, what you do is go, and you just go ahead and watch them freak out because it's fun. Because again, I never torture smart kids because you guys should know better. The other kids, we're helping them learn through pain and tears. So that'll be over there to help you out. Anytime you want to know if homework is due or homework is assigned, look yonder. Matei. Good conversation. Ooh, 3rd time's the charm. Maybe this will be a question I pay attention to. What was that? I have to.
When I say the words to sit down.
You can, absolutely. You just have to say them with confidence.
Mr. Brovicast, I made a mistake.
I need confidence, Julian. Remember, it's being recorded.
Mr. Brovicast, you were right, and I made a mistake.
Keep going. Can I sit down? You have to say, can I sit down?
Okay, I have to sit down.
Absolutely, Julian. Learning is good. You may have a seat. Enjoy sitting with a little tush-tush in the seat. All right, so we're good to go there. All right, next up. I have issues. Not a big surprise for many of you. And the way it works is that when I was a kid growing up, my mom had a habit of renaming all of my friends because she could never remember their names. So whenever we brought friends over, she would just give them a new friend, a new name to my friend. And we'd bring over a kid, Jeff, and she was like, your name is Tim. And I'm like, no, his name is Jeff. And she was like, Tim, and she would just call him that, and we would just have to start recalling all of our friends' new names because my mom was very strong-willed. So apparently that has seeped into my brain, and part of that is I will end up renaming many of you because whatever name your parents gave you is not the right one, and there is the right name that is in your soul that is going to speak to me, and it is up to me to find that name and let you know what it is. If you have had siblings or friends come through my class, there is every chance that they had a nickname at some point in my room. With this nickname, sometimes they're normal names, like in first period. I have a kid named Nathan. He is now Franklin. We have Robert. He apparently has become Richard. And so sometimes my brain, when I keep looking at you, another name keeps popping up. But sometimes they're not normal names. You may get a name like Fuzzy, or Britches, or Twinkle, or any number of things that when I look at you, your heart just speaks back to me. And it's like, my name is Jiggles. And I'm like, huh. And you're like, what? I go, you're Jiggles. And you'll go, ah. And I'm like, no, your heart just told me inside, you're Jiggles. And so you'll know that this is your new name when I start looking at you and calling you that name. That is why I had to get your names down so quickly at the beginning of the year to find out if your name is going to stick. And already I can tell you many of your names are not going to stick because I've been doing the best I can to fight and know your real name, but some of your nicknames are already starting to manifest in my brain. I've been doing the best I can to fight it, but it's not going to last forever. With the nicknames, if my brain finds the nickname in your soul and you don't like that nickname, like I'm calling you Jiggles, and you're like, I don't want to be a Jiggles, then you just have to tell me, but you have to tell me quickly. If you wait a week to tell me, it's too late. It's already locked into the crazy place, and you're always going to be Jiggles to me. So you have to make sure that you don't like it right away, and you let me know, and then you'll be good to go from there. When I rename you, that is your new permanent name in my class. I will no longer use your old name. It is no longer your name at all. You can use that name on tests, quizzes, handouts, anything we do. When I refer to you to your parents, I will use this new name. And I'll be like, Jiggles is doing a great job in class. So you need to make sure that you let your parents know, he calls me Jiggles. It's going to make communications go a lot better as we go through things. And so you also can't request a nickname, because that's just not how my brain works. It's not a mean thing, it's just that you're like, I've always wanted to be a Bubba. And I'm like, that's too bad. Your heart doesn't tell me that at all. And so it all depends on how your heart speaks to me. And oftentimes you'll see people up here who sign names, and you're like, is that a real name? And the answer is, it is to me. And so sometimes there's going to be random weird things that may be written up there. Sometimes you can't tell it's a random weird thing because it looks like a normal thing. We'll just sort of figure out as we go through. And again, you will know it is your name when I'm looking at you saying that name over and over again. Now that I know whatever your particular real name is, when your new name speaks to me, I will just look at you over and over and go like, Jiggles! And then she'll be like, oh, that's me. And that's how we can sort of bond and go from there. Hey, Callie!
Is Duru a nickname that you gave?
No, that's actually her real name.
No, it's Daru.
And it is Daru. He is around. And so yeah, I did the same thing, Daru. She's like, it's Daru! And I'm like, I apologize. I mean, Gus became Gussie. Mac, Gubby, stuff like that. Most of those are normal people up there. Oh, how about that one? Anyway, back to your philosophy.
I thought you're not allowed to call kids anything other than their name. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, you're not allowed to choose any other name. We are still allowed to just make up random names for you. Correct. That is the weird thing about how the law works, is you guys can't come up with it, but we're allowed to call you different things that pop into our heads. Because I can just call you random stuff. It's the workaround. What's up, Reed?
But I thought it was against the rules for you to call us a nickname.
Did
Yeah.
he just have a second ago? Did you not just say that exact same thing and we had
No,
a
but
comment?
like.
So hang on, how is what you said different than the exact same words that she said? Wait, it's because you're a man and she's a woman?
Yep.
Wow. This is what the Barbie movie was about.
That's right! Girl power! So, yeah,
I
it's
guess.
the same thing.
It's because you can't call us by something you want. Because Skyward has to be your name on Skyward for you to call us.
So, did you not hear all the words? Sorry, I will mansplain it to you to help you out. So again, what the law says is that you guys can't request a name for us to call you. But I can call you anything. I can look at you and call you Dingles. And that can be the thing that I just call you.
Call him
That's
Dum Dum.
I'm sorry, Mr. Dingles. And so that's the way that Joy works with all of this, is that, yeah, it's that little loophole. I've been giving kids nicknames going back 50 years. So because of that, just because some grumpy
50 years. You're awful.
I sit on a throne of lies. It's okay, Reed. This is what teachers do professionally. But hey,
Call him Dum Dum for asking for that.
no, I can't. That's not how his heart is spoken to me. Plus, he can't choose it. His heart has to tell me. All right, we're good to go from there. Yay. It's not. That's Reed. Sorry, that brings you sadness. Now, back to learning bits. Now that we've covered all that intro-y stuff. Now, IXL. If it helps, I feel the same way. I would much prefer a class period of torturing you. But apparently, this is the way I get to torture you. Yay. But we get to be tortured together. You get to be tortured with IXL. I get to be tortured with not getting to teach and make fun of you. What's up, Reed?
I think I made a mistake.
Hang on. While young Reed is getting ready to work his way through this process, the rest of you can go ahead and go to IXL so that we can go ahead and do two things at once. What's up, young Reed?
I think I made a mistake.
No, Reed. Stay strong. I'll stay back up and stay up.
Wait.
It's a special class. All right. If it helps, I feel you've both made mistakes. Does that help?
A little bit.
Okay. All right. So in theory, you have already done this with math. Now we get to I'm trying to keep a smile. Do it with English. So, go to IXL, find the little green bar at the top that says, pouting at me doesn't make it better. It makes me feel sad too. Find the green bar at the top that says assessment. Click assessment. And then the best part of the whole thing is you get to hit a button that says enter the arena, where it gets to feel like you're going to battle something to the death. Does it not say enter the arena?
It's a step into the arena.
It's the same thing. Synonyms. Well, some of you are going to step, some of you guys are going to jump, and some of you guys are going to fall flat on your face into the arena. But this is where you're going to enter an arena, which is going to be a battle to the death. And then, make sure you use the little thing on the right, where it makes sure you go over to this thing that says English. You little drop-down menu.
It's language.
Then you should have, language arts, because that's a fancy term. Then you should have the 2 questions in front of you. And this is again like with math, you get to pick the one, it's like a choose your own adventure thing. I'm going to come around just to make sure you're in the right spot. Ricky?
Who are we battling to the death?
Well, I mean, I'm not, you pick whoever you want to battle to the death.
Audrina. Because I want to kill her. Why?
I think they mean that the nicest.
What about you? Can I step into the arena with you?
Do you want me to? Julian.
I'll step into the arena.
Okay, make sure you get in the arena properly. Alright, good. Alright.
Do you want us to start off?
No, I do not want you to start. I'm just making sure you can get in. We are not doing this today. I don't hate you that much yet. We're going to do this on Friday, where we should have to join Friday to offset it. Good. Alright. And you guys can close yours and put them away.
Yeah, see, there's only 13 more minutes of class left.
Now you guys can close yours and put them away. Not till I get to you. Those kids. You're not those kids. True. Kyle. Maybe yell your wrong name.
That's what Kyle student drill.
Wants to. That says math.
Yeah, but you have to do their
It's you and your correct talking. This is school. How would it be either? That's her job.
Mr. Dingle.
I love our reunion.
Alright. Good job. Now you can put iPad away. I just had to make sure that you could get into it. And now, tomorrow, this is, I already looked over your shoulder, the joy you're going to do tomorrow. I figure that's better because it's a Friday, because then at least then you have the joy of going home over the weekend. There's no good day to do it. Because, I mean, if I did it on a Monday, you would be like, no! In the middle of the week, you're like, oh, there's still so much left. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. Whatever.
Today is Thursday. Another Thursday. Like at the end of the year, Thursday.
Alright. So now, you just need out writing utensil and notebook. So we can go into our next phase. Excuse me. Alright. So, on outside of notebook, we are going to be writing things. I know you have set up Mrs. Books's. Mine's a little bit different, but similar. And so we're going to be writing stuff on the outside front cover. It has to be on the outside of the front cover. If you don't have Sharpies, that's why I have a box of Sharpies I can toss at you to help you out. If, like young Ramos, your whole front cover is black and it is hard to write on, or like young Evie over there, I do have the special silver Sharpie that we can use. Those of you who don't have that, then you have the normal area. If you are like young Grumpy Summer over here, and you have one that mostly has the black on it, but you have the white area, then you just have to write in the little white area so we can help you out. You're going to write your first and last name. If you don't write last name, I get to attack you. You're going to write my name, because that way when you leave it in the hallway somewhere, it can get brought back to me. I recommend writing English on it. That's to help you when you're quickly spazzing out at your locker to make sure you grab the correct one. And then your first and last, and then my last, and then English, and then heroes. And then you held up a writing utensil already, Pumpkin. It's in the little bag. I know. You don't have to give me a shoe. It's okay. So, those of you who need a Sharpie, I will be tossing Sharpies to you here in a moment. You might need to share them with other people. Let me toss out the silver Sharpie first. There you go. And then when you're done, it'll go over to that Ramos kid. We'll get a chance to go from there.
Throw it though.
Big orange. Let's give you big orange. Blue. See if I can hit Reese in the head. Oh, I missed Reese in the head. I was trying. Then. And. Did you say I'm writing on the outside like Mr. Brovicast said? You can write it there also. Then, Reese, you leave it there. Let's see what happens in a moment. Shh, it's okay. You do what you want to, Reese.
But I'm gonna use red first.
Is this good?
I have pink. You have a black notebook, pumpkin. If you're not going to use the orange one, Summer. Orange marker.
Okay, I get a black one, Mr. Brovicast. No, I have a blue one. Mr. Brovicast, catch. Can I
Do it. Do it.
Hey, she's doing it.
Mr. Brovicast. Do it.
Josie, do it. There you go. I'm helping. Josie, do it.
Josie would never do such a thing. Look at young Josie over there in her face. She is totally innocent.
Julian was actually about to throw something at you.
Does anyone else need one? Because I'm getting ready to come around and double check.
Is this Julian's gonna give you back?
No.
I read everything on it though.
Is it really large? So here's the thing. You want it to be large and easy to read because if you lose this, you have to redo the entire notebook. So the idea is you want to make it really hard for people to not see that this notebook has this information on it. If you hide this information, more power to you. I'm not the one that goes cry, cry, cry. I'm the one that dances on the cry, cry, cry. So here's where we try to help you out.
Julian wants to give you some.
Mostly, okay. Ricardo. It's you, Ricardo. Richie Rich.
Can I have
Silver one? Where's my silver? Oh, Ramos is still using it. She's slowly
Kyle and Julian.
struggling.
Mr.
All
Brovicast.
right.
Can I have a black one, please?
Three.
You want this blue one?
I'm not giving it to you. You raised your hand.
Mama, she says to get up.
this material?
And I'm not tossing it.
It just like doesn't. It just doesn't slide.
That's a you problem. That's a you problem.
If you let it dry for a second.
What happened? What happened? Tell me what happened.
No. What the heck? That would be a dry rice marker.
Wait.
No, it's a Sharpie. That's a Sharpie.
No.
Mr. Brovicast.
So much ruined.
What are you writing?
My name. I was helping her out because she was struggling. So now,
Mr. Brovicast, will you catch? No,
oh no, Reese, does it stay on there? I've solved the problem.
No, this one wasn't.
Let her work through her anger. There's anger that it's okay. You can stop petting my name. It's getting weird.
I'm gonna go get alcohol and get it off.
Julian, throw it.
She just lost one.
Julian.
Oh, I'm Reese. Alcohol does not solve problems.
Yes, it does. It gets us.
He threw it.
Julian threw it. Julian threw it.
Throw it in the air.
He threw it in the air.
Those of you who are done, bring me markers so we can move on. Apparently, that we are struggling in here. Then you don't have to give it to me. You get to keep it. I'm not trying to steal yours, Miriam.
I have the silver one.
Ramos, did we finish the silver one?
It's in there.
Did you
Okay.
get permission to leave my circle to give you the shot?
She's eating tape.
Can I put it in
Mr. Brovicast, Ramos is eating tape.
Throwing points at me left and right.
Here's my satisfaction.
I'm the supplier. I'm the supplier.
No, Mr. Brovicast.
Mr. Brovicast, Ramos is eating time to get it out.
Crawford.
No.
Sure.
Can you put it on your desk, please?
Callie.
Ramos is eating tape to get it out. We gave it to her.
You see the tape?
Now, Wow.
I think the tape's still.
Can't wait till I get to my advanced class later. It's not this one. Good job. It has only taken us 12 minutes to learn how to write a name on the outside of a notebook. I can't wait to see how the rest of this year goes. Let's open up to the next step. I feel the same way, Manosfi. What's up? Not soon enough. Go to the first page. I would tell you, but that would require me to make fun of you because you're literally sitting next to the schedule, which means that you want me to lie to you. And that would be awful. That is, Manosfi, I apologize. You're right. I should put it, in other words, right there next to you on the other side. Good job. As long as we focus on me making fun of you, everything is good.
Can I draw a mustache?
Home children, I apologize for their existence. It's okay. You'll get better someday. Open up notebook. We are now going to start something I thought we would have been able to do a long time ago. Now I'm realizing some of these issues are not my issues. Some of the issues may be elsewhere. This first page, I don't like. So we are going to be crossing out this first page. You're going to put just a large X across this page. If you're not sure how to spell that, 1, it's behind me. 2, if you can't see that, just spell the word X-ray, but stop after the first letter. That'll make it easier on you.
X-ray.
Right, like I said, start with the back and then go to the front. Sorry, were you talking out loud, kid standing?
No.
Okay, I'm old, ears again. Yeah, one of us definitely has issues. All right, then turn page. We're going to go to your first page. You're like a professional. We are going to be setting up a table of contents, like a thing that books have. You have to stop looking shocked at everything I do. It's going to be a long year. Someday we're going to get to how an adjective works. Like, what? It describes things. I'm out. You're just going to flip the table. All right. So here, we are going to be setting up your table of contents, but there's a very specific way to do it. So if you can't see my notebook, allow me to put it on the screen for you. So now you can see it up there. Fine, I'll focus it in. There it is. Wow! It's a magic notebook. Now you can look surprised. So here's what you are going to do as you go through and set it up. Don't start until you're sure you're not going to mess it up, especially those of you holding a pen in your hand. That gives me extra reason to attack you. This is the middle part of the foldy bit of your book. So then as you go over, you should have like a little pink line that is like the fade through from the other side. If you keep going over, there's a red line. This makes 3 columns. Skinny, fatty, skinny. So we're going to use our 3 columns. Skinny, fatty, skinny. At the very top, you're going to write the words table of contents, homework. At the top of this one, on the other side of that line, table of contents, bell work. All the way at the tippy top. Then, either above that first line or right below the first line, you're going to be writing these 4 words. Date, all the way to the left, where you have a pink line and edge of paper, you're writing date. On the other side of that line, see, Elliot, I'm ignoring you for now. You're writing the word number. Don't just write down your favorite number. Don't just put down 5. You're writing the word number. Then you go to the middle of the big fatty column, and you're going to write title. And you're going to go between pink line and foldy bit and write the word page. The main things I'm looking for is page is as far over as you can get it. Date is as far over as you can get it. Then number is there, title in the middle. You're going to do the same thing over here. Hi, Elliot. What's up? You're so patient.
In the middle, I don't have that little thing, and also I don't see a pink. Oh, never mind. Not about the pink line, but I still don't see the little triangles.
Well, yes,
What?
that's an example, Elliot.
Do you see how yours has this thing in the middle called a crack?
Yes, maybe.
It's okay. We can always move you to a new class. What's up, Aiden?
Will you send this on mine?
Yes,
Commentate!
We will pick up with this again Monday, because what are we doing tomorrow?
I sell diagnostic tests.
Apparently some of us are tracking down alcohol.
A
Take off, run away. I'm